Hi guys, so I'm making this video today to not really invoke any sadness, any nostalgia really on my part, but just to kind of explain some of the feelings that I've been experiencing, and this is just kind of my way of working through some of the struggles or problems that I might have. It's a really easy way for me to vocalize things and explain things. So in the last few months, I feel like my creativity and my playfulness has, in large part, diminished and almost gone away. And this, I think, I can attribute to sort of this transition in my life from, being somebody who has a lot of free time, not really, too concerned about what I'm doing the next day, to somebody who has a lot of responsibilities that of course I've placed on myself, working as a personal trainer, running in things like cross country and track, and of course going to school, and trying to be a student, and then all at the same time trying to remain creative on YouTube and do the things that I want to do in my free time, and still learn and still progress as a person. And these new responsibilities and these new things that I was engaging in, I really enjoyed, and they engage me, and they take up a lot of my time though. And what I noticed was starting to happen was that I wasn't having a lot of free time to really think just general creative thoughts. There's these certain types of creative thoughts that you have when you really don't have anything to do, and your mind just kind of goes wild, and you have so many plans for what you want to do and so many things and so many possibilities, yet you don't implement any of them because you don't feel like you have enough time, or there's just too many things. Now I just don't have that free time that I used to. I was starting to feel constrained, and I was starting to feel like I was drawing myself real thin, and I felt like I wasn't expressing myself as playfully as I used to in a lot of my old videos and just in general in life. And I was feeling like I was, drawn thin, and didn't really have much spunk anymore. And I was taking things real seriously, and I was making, not my favorite type of videos, and I was, engaging in really pessimistic creativity, I guess. Don't get me wrong, I have really good days pretty consistently. Things don't fluctuate a whole lot. I'm, pretty consistent. But then again, sometimes, I'll be sitting in my car, driving like I usually do to school every morning, and I can't help but view myself as another person who is just doing the same patterns over and over again. And it's not necessarily something I enjoy seeing or viewing myself as. It's also not a bad thing. It's just an interesting perspective into almost like I'm viewing myself as another person. Like, this is Ethan's life, and this is what he's doing. This is what he always does, listening to the same music, doing the same things every day, talking to the same people, just not really engaged in a whole lot of creative thought. And of course, it always depends on how you want to define creativity. And of course, I value my creativity and my individuality a great deal, and I don't want to just become the person who just works and just does the same thing every day, and feels like and complains that they've lost something, when in reality I don't think I lost anything. It's just kind of a little buried and a little hidden. And sometimes I feel like I'm running in place, and I'm not really making any real advancements, and I want to find a real good happy medium in between a person who's grinding, working all day, doesn't really pay attention to too much of their surroundings, to somebody who just has too much free time and doesn't ever really get anything done. Don't get me wrong, I don't want what I used to have. My videos back in the day, they were good, but things have gotten better. I've gotten better as a person, and I have to understand that, and I don't want to go back to and regress to the childlike playfulness or the lesser creativity. What I really want to focus on is trying to really adapt my creativity, and this is the conclusion that I've really come to, is that it's not about trying to find the creativity again. It's not about it was lost, or it's not about trying to rebuild it again. It's always there, and it will always be there, but you just have to evolve alongside. I have to evolve alongside my creativity. I have to evolve alongside my passions. I have to know where it fits in with my life, and again, not taking things too seriously, and understanding that creativity is a very broad spectrum, and this is what I have to offer to the world creatively. And it's not something that I'm going to suppress. It's not something that needs to be changed for anybody. This is what I'm called to do, and as long as it's authentic, everything will be all right. I know going to college, or if you're going through big transitions in your life, things kind of get swept over, and creativity is one of those things that is easily thrown away. I want to, and you have to keep a small grasp on that passion and that creativity, and kind of not really let it go. Let it come with you, work with you, adapt alongside you. And I think that's the general conclusion that I've come to. At the end of the day, and I want to be friends with my creativity. I want to be friends with that side of me. I don't really want it to be snuffed out, by the very person who created it. I created it, my creativity. Or rather, I guess you could say, your beacon for creativity. Anyways, I hope that gives you guys something to think about a little bit. I think we're doing better. So stay strong out there, guys. Be good to yourself.